ShinRobjira.
Today we're going to be talking about the Kenner Jurassic Park Chaos Effect Omega T-Rex. So basically, this guy was released in 1999. The whole Chaos Effect toy line was supposed to kick off an animated TV series, which unfortunately never got made. And for a while, this mold was the largest Jurassic Park toy made until the Fallen Kingdom Colossal T-Rex was made. That pretty much took the crown. And this is essentially the same mold as the Bull T-Rex from the Lost World line, just painted up really crazily, which I just absolutely love. Safe to say my love of variant paints and marmots came from owning something like this as a kid. Let's take a closer look at all this paint in detail, because this is a big boy. There's a lot to cover. Not really. Not at all, actually. So the Omega Rex, he's a big boy, as I just said, so bear with me as I struggle to keep this guy still since he can't really stand up on his own. The bend in the tail over here is something that these figures were apparently notorious for. I was a little worried that I had ruined it as a child, but no, turns out it's completely normal. And just look at all of that amazing detail on this tail, even on the little crease over here. Just beautiful work. And it really is all, like, so beautifully brought to light thanks to this amazing highlighter orange, I should say. Amazing's a good word. It's a wild color. The black on orange is one thing, but the black on orange leading to a black and blue on orange, oh my god, I just love it. And again, it really brings the detail forward and showcases that Kenner were not messing around. Bumps, grooves, scratches, wrinkles. This is all fantastic. Clearly the legs over here are made of a different material, you can tell, because this is glossy, this is not, this is rubbery, this is hard and plasticky feeling. But the detail really doesn't stop there. Look at all that. Honestly amazing just how much they were able to do back in the day. Really gotta give 90s and early 2000s credit. They were on top of their game. I mean, I don't know about all of you, but that is one gnarly chicken foot, bro. I love it. It looks so great. Yeah, I could put this down and now I can really just showcase, like, look at all of this, man. I mean, yeah, it's mostly unpainted. I mean, they could have done the nails over here, but just the fact that it's bright orange and you can see so much of this magnificent detail, it's just nice. I like it. I like it a lot. The clashings of this bright orange and this dark bright blue and what little purple we are now starting to see just makes this thing honestly a bit of an eyesore to look at. But it's an interesting eyesore with an interesting story to tell. Moving further into the neck, the blue is all the more apparent here, and it is looking whimsical, I must say. I especially love how it trails off over here, moving into the lower jaw and even to parts of the head over here. It just looks cool. I imagine that's really not the effect that they were going for. I just genuinely think that looks cool. Even as a kid, I remember obsessing over this, because, like, dang, that looks cool. I mean, you can even see that they got a little bit of a schmutzy over here. But anyway, it's gonna be like that on both sides. And again, I really do enjoy the way that blue just kind of trails off. And much like the Hasbro React Attack boys or girls, I like that the paint isn't even. It's not exactly the same on both sides. I'm a sucker for something like that, especially when you're working with the color scheme like highlighter orange, dark blue, black, and violet. Speaking of which, the detail on this T-Rex head is amazing. I love it. And I love these neon green plastic eyes too. Oh man, he's looking directly into your soul. It is so very nice looking. And I mean, let's just bring it even closer, man. Look at the wrinkles, look at the bumps, look at the grooves. There is a lot of really fantastic looking detail going on here, and the paint only accentuates upon that mastery. Sure, the Omega T-Rex kind of looks like an avant-garde art project gone wrong, but how can you not love this? How could anyone genuinely not want a new version of this out on the market now? I would cry. I would buy it instantaneously. Mark my words. But quite possibly one of my favorite details on this figure are the teeth, man. They're chipped. They're broken. What? I remember getting this figure as a kid and then being really upset because I thought I got one with broken teeth, and then I realized that that's just how the figure was made. That's crazy. Kenner really brought out their A game, and I mean, like, they don't just, like, they're not, like, in one congruent line or anything. They honestly look like Rex boy, I was gonna say Rexy, this isn't Rexy. Like, Rex got into some bad fights over here. He got pretty banged up. He broke some teeth, and that's beautifully communicated here. Also, the membrane over here is a nice different magenta color than what's present on the body and the face over here. I always like that little detail. There's even some really nice detail on the inside of the mouth and the tongue over here. Ignore the plastic bags in this lovely gentleman's mouth. He was a little bit warped in the neck when I got him out of storage for who knows how long he was sitting out there, poor lad. And so I had to put some plastic baggies in his throat and in his stomach to kind of fatten him up for the video. Oh yeah, he's got arms, yeah. The arms are all blue, just like the feet. No painted nails over here. Very beautiful detail. They are of a harder material. They are not as squishy as this guy's body is, but they articulate, they look lovely. I kind of wish there was a little bit of orange on these just to kind of shake it up a bit, but for the most part, the arms look great too. So avant-garde Rex over here is quite the eye-catcher when it comes to paint and when it comes to detail. So you probably already guessed it, but solid star for paint, solid star for detail. Now let's get into articulation and this lovely lad's gimmick. So in terms of articulation, that's it. Yep. That's it. Nothing in the legs, nothing in the tail. You could pry the mouth open and everything, but that's not really articulation. I'm really not all too upset about this because the bigger Jurassic Park figures never really had too much in terms of articulation unless the articulation was the only gimmick. And realistically, this guy's gimmick pretty much took up all forms of articulation because that's why his body is so rubbery. This guy was able to eat a figure, a guy in a cage, and I unfortunately no longer have that. But basically, you'd shove him in his mouth, he would travel down his gullet, and then you'd just open up his guts over here where the sound pack is, and you'd be able to retrieve the figure. But we can still take a look at the sound feature, and I believe there are 3 different sound features, so let's take a look. Alright, so I believe 1, that's the basic roar. Then I think we hold it down. Okay, for kids! I want to get that full other roar, though. Kind of sounds like he's trying to roar and he had a hiccup. That's just unsettling. Dear God, that just unlocked a random memory of my childhood. I had this guy in my closet and he fell, and I guess he fell on his back, and in the middle of my sleep, I heard this. God, poor young Rob. He must have been traumatized. I remember running into my closet and beating the crap out of this thing. I was so scared. So articulation is gonna get a solid star because, I mean, the whole gimmick was eating. And in terms of the sound, I mean, the sound is nice, yeah, but again, it's not the full-on T-Rex roar, but I guess it's better than full-on stock roar, so yeah, I'll give the gimmick, the sound bites, a solid star this go-around. We'll end off the Jurassic Park miniseries on a high note with Omega Rex over here. And with that being said, everybody, the Jurassic Park 3-part miniseries has concluded. I do so hope you all enjoyed. I'm still past Rob, so I haven't seen the comments, or I haven't seen how the videos performed yet, but I hope they performed well, and I hope you all enjoyed our time in the Park of Mystery, the Park of Wonder, the Park of scientific genetic mutations that shouldn't ever be a thing. And who knows, maybe sometime soon we'll travel back into the park, whenever that may be. I have been ShinRobjira. Do so hope you enjoyed. Patrons, thank you so much for coming, ShinRobjira patrons. You should all check out my social media and my merch page for more ShinRobjira-isms. Until the next marathon, until the next video, everybody. Again, hope you enjoyed. Let's just have one more roar, shall we? Oh no, I'm starting to like Jurassic Park again.